All right, good morning. Today I'm going to talk to you really quickly about hosting your videos, especially your read aloud videos in Google Drive as opposed to YouTube. There's a couple of advantages to this. We've all been on YouTube and seen inappropriate ads or inappropriate suggestions for next videos pop up. Obviously, as educators, we would want to avoid our students going to that. Obviously, too, when we send our kids to YouTube, even when we embed it, we do get video recommendations. And even if those video recommendations are safe and appropriate, we don't want our kids just clicking on those. And hosting our videos from Google Drive protects us from that. And then finally, last but not least, it protects us from copyright searches. And here's what I mean by that. I'm not saying we should be trying to skirt or avoid a copyright hit by YouTube, but remember when we had this spring and all of a sudden all these publishers were allowing us to publish our read alouds, and then at the end of spring, the beginning of the summer, we were asked to take those read aloud down. Now if you went into YouTube and you deleted those read alouds and now all of a sudden you're being allowed to do it again by some publishers, you have to record all of it. By putting it in our Google Drives, we can make it accessible or inaccessible based on whatever the publisher is telling us. We won't be violating copyright laws, but we will also not be getting any sort of ping from the YouTube search algorithm, which is just looking for that stuff, that does not exist inside of our Google Drive. So let's take a quick look at how I record most read alouds. Most of you guys are probably experts on this. I'm just going to really quickly glance at that. I mostly use Loom. Now, when I click on my Loom icon, if you need to know more about this, just ask your librarian. Everybody is pretty much up to speed on Loom. And if they can't help you, just contact me. Loom, just an extension right here. The reason why I like Loom is if you have this not clicked, so the flip camera not clicked right here, when you hold up your book, you are able to have students follow along because the words display in the right way. Unlike many videos where it's flipped so the words are backwards. Right now I can't really pull up a photo of me because I am using this other program to record this so I can show you some of that stuff. Alright, so let's get ready to basically host a video on our Google Drive. That's pretty simple. So for example, let me go ahead and go to Loom already, where all my videos are already stored. So let's go ahead and grab this one right here. So I'm just going to click on the three dots right here, and I'm going to click download. Alright, now I'm working off of a Windows computer right now, but for you, you'll be working inside of a Chromebook, so most of you guys will just automatically have this in here. So I'm going to have to very briefly add this file, and then I'll show you how I go through and work with it. Alright, okay. Now I have my video on here. I need to make sure that my students can access my video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to name that folder Videos for Students. Alright. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is this will allow me to do two things. One, it will allow me to keep track of all my videos, but two, it allows me to not have to worry about the permissions inside the video itself. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Share, and I'm going to change my link, so copy link, so anybody in Moorhead Public Schools, so anybody signed into Moorhead Area Public Schools is able to access that video. Why does that do that? Why do I do that? Because remembering to take every single video and put it into and make the link open and changing the permissions can become a pain. If I have a folder that automatically does that for me, I can easily keep track of what I'm giving access to my students and what I don't. And if, for example, the publishers come and say you need to remove all these videos, we are rescinding our permission, what I can do is I can simply change my share settings and switch them to private. And that's going to be a lot easier for me to go through and do that with a single folder than going through and getting all my videos. So let's go ahead and get into my videos again. So here's my video that I just brought in, and I'm going to go through and take it into my student video, my videos for students folder. I can drag it in simply by finding my videos for students right here, and just click and drag it straight into there. The other thing that I can do is I can click on these three dots and click on Move To, and then be able to go into my Google Drive this way. And it's going to take a second for it to load. Oh, there we go. And then go click on Videos for Students and click Move. And then it is in there. All right. Okay, so now the question comes up. How do my students access it? How do my students get to it? Do I send it to them in an email? Well, there's an easier way, and what we're going to go ahead and do is go in there to our PowerSchool Learning page. Now, I already have another video up here. I was just refreshing this for myself, but what you can do is you simply click Add Content Block. You go into Google Drive, and then you click Pick from Google Drive. Your whole Google Drive shows up. I believe there it is. Because I was just editing it, it brought it right up. And when I click on it and click Select and click Next, it places the video right in there. And unlike when you upload a video straight on to PowerSchool Learning, it's ready to play immediately. Just hit the play key, and there it is, ready to go. Now, if the publishers rescind their permission, I can simply unpublish my page in PowerSchool Learning. If I want to be extra safe, I can go so far as to delete that page. Manage, organize pages. It's actually pretty responsive today. And then just click that delete button. And then my students no longer have access, but my videos still exist. And if I want to pull them back in the future, I can put them in, unlike with YouTube, where once I delete them, they're gone. All right, that pretty much covers all of it. Thanks for watching this. Feel free to email me or your building librarian if you have any questions about this. Thanks. Bye.